This is interior penalty method. So penalty is two types, interior penalty and exterior penalty. First we will discuss about interior penalty method. In interior penalty method, they will give the objective function like this, and these two are the constraints. Okay, solve this by using interior penalty method. So in interior penalty method, this should be remember phi of x comma r equal to f of x1 comma x2 minus rk into j of x. Here gj of x is the constraint. So in given problem we have only one objective function and two constraints. First write the objective function here. Here the objective function is 1 by 3 x1 plus 1 whole cube plus x2. This is the objective function. Always minus r whole bracket of 1 by. So 1 by means minus x1 plus 1 is the constraint, first constraint. So 1 by minus x1 plus 1 plus 1 by minus x2. So ఇక్కడ plus minus means ఇక్కడ minus వస్తుంది. Okay, so this is the form of interior penalty method. Okay, to find the unconstrained minimum of function phi, differentiate this equation with respect to x1, because here the variable is x1. So for the dou phi by dou x1 equal to, this is the differentiation of this function, equation 1. So after differentiating we will dou phi by dou x equal to 0. So this is equal to 0, this step. So x1 plus 1 whole square equal to, this term goes to this side, r by minus 1 plus x1 whole square. So if you get this term to this side, so write this as 1 plus x1 whole square into minus 1 plus x1 whole square. So this is of the form a plus b whole square into a minus b whole square, or else we can write x1 plus 1 whole square into x1 minus 1 whole square also. So the formula is a square minus b square whole square. So minus 1 whole square plus x1 square whole square, that equal to r. That can be written as x1 square minus 1 square whole square equal to r. Okay, so from this equation we will find out the x1 value, that is the optimum value. So square that side means whole to the power of 1 by 2. So r power 1 by 2 minus 1, that side plus 1, x1 square means whole to the power of 1 by 2. So x1 star equal to r1 power 1 by 2 plus 1 whole to the power of 1 by 2. Differentiate the equation with respect to x2. So x2 means after differentiating we will get this value, and after that differentiate dou phi by dou x2 equal to 0. Similarly here we will get x2 star, there we get x1 star, here we get x2 star. So substitute x1 star and x2 star in the equation 1. Here this is the equation 1. Substitute x1 in place of x1, x1 star, in place of x2, x2 star. So after substituting and after solving or simplifying these equations, we will get up to this. Okay, after solving or after simplifying this is the final step, and we can write the limits as like this. F minimum is function, limit r tends to 0, phi minimum of r. Here the whole function depends upon the value of the r only, and phi value depends upon r. That limits, and if r varies, phi varies. That ranges from r tends to 0. If r tends to 0, f minimum అంటే if 0 సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేస్తేనే కదా మినిమం వాల్యూ మనకు వచ్చేది. సో f మినిమం ఏమవుతుంది, r tends to 0 అయితే కనుక f అంతే కదా, f minimum equal to limit r tends to 0, phi minimum of r. Next coming to x1 star. So this is the x1 star equation. This can be write in the equation form as x1 star equal to limit r tends to 0, x1 star of r. అంతే కదా, r tends to 0 అవుతూ ఉంటే x1 వాల్యూస్ మనకు వేరీ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి. సిమిలర్లీ x2 కూడా అంతే కదా, మనం లిమిట్ r tends to 0, x2 star of r. మనం r tends to 0 అని ఎందుకు రాస్తున్నాం, బికాస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అన్ ఇంటీరియర్ పెనాల్టీ మెథడ్. మనం మ్యాక్సిమం వాల్యూ నుంచి 0కి అప్రోచ్ అవుతూ ఉంటాం. సో దట్స్ వై దిస్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ఇంటీరియర్ పెనాల్టీ మెథడ్. ఆఫ్టర్ రైటింగ్ దీస్ ఈక్వేషన్స్ we will form a table. So this is the table value of r. r tends to 0 means here the maximum value I am taking as 1000. We can take any value 100. You can start from 100 also. And r tends to 0. R tends to 0. x1 star is, this is the equation we have find, and this is the x2 star value, and this is the phi of r value. Phi of r value means the equation we have derived lastly, and this is f of r value. Substituting the r value in this equation, we will get this value, and substituting r value in this equation, we will get this value, and substituting r value in the given function, we will get this value. So phi minimum, we calculated the phi minimum. So substitute the r value in the phi minimum. So this is the phi minimum. Substitute r value as r as 1000 to 0. We will get the values. And similarly here f of r, how we will get the f of r? In the given question, if you substitute in place of x1 star value, and in place of x2 we will get, if you substitute x2 star value, then we will get f of r value. So interior penalty method is very simple. Just start the problem with writing this equation. ఈ ఈక్వేషన్ ఎప్పుడు కామన్. సో phi of x, r అంటే ఎప్పుడు ఇక్కడ f of x రాసుకోవాలి. దిస్ ఈజ్ ద ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ఫంక్షన్ మైనస్ r ఇంటూ 1 బై ఫస్ట్ కన్స్టెంట్ ప్లస్ 1 బై సెకండ్ కన్స్టెంట్. దీన్ని మనం ఏం చేస్తాం? సింప్లీ పార్షియల్ డిఫరెన్షియేషన్ విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు x1, పార్షియల్ డిఫరెన్షియేషన్ విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు x2 చేస్తే మనకి x1 స్టార్ వాల్యూస్, x2 స్టార్ వాల్యూస్ వస్తాయి. ఆఫ్టర్ గెట్టింగ్ దోస్ x1 స్టార్ అండ్ x2 స్టార్ వాల్యూస్ అండ్ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ in this equation, we will get phi of r. Okay, so integral penalty is very simple, and after finding those values we will form a table. In interior penalty method, the table starts with 1000 to 0 or 100 to 0, taking the maximum value as 1000. Okay, thank you.